G'day, my name is Felix and welcome to my little corner of the back rooms. Today we're checking out more Dreambound. Let's get into it. Alright, we're breaking into Kaine's workplace because we are so very smart. What are we doing? Breaking into Kaine's place? Looking for information on August? Yes. Well, we'll work it out when we get there. With a ding, the elevator doors opened. Ivan and Noah stood to the sides, waiting to see if anyone was inside, but found it empty. With his heart almost in his mouth, Noah stepped inside and pressed the 11 button. Ivan stood beside him, his face still impartial. Ivan rarely makes expressions. Slowly, the elevator lifted. The only sound was the gentle whirring of the motors running, which seemed much louder than it actually was. When the doors opened again, they were faced with a darkened corridor. The stillness from the lobby and the elevator seemed to extend through the rest of the building. Wordlessly, Ivan stepped out of the elevator first. He looked left, then right, before deciding instead to go straight ahead. One at a time, the two peered into darkened offices, looking for any signs of what could be Kaine's room. Damn, I didn't think that would take so long. Wanna get a bite to eat? Hell yeah, I do. Man, you're much more fun than Kaine, you know. Why are they talking shit about Kaine? He runs off straight after work every single day, even if we have deadlines. Probably has a girlfriend he's rushing off to see. Asshole. Rude. Clock-out time should be clock-out time, regardless of if there's deadlines. The two voices laughed loudly. Noah didn't even have the time to freeze up. When Ivan grabbed him by the shirt and pulled him back into an open storeroom. Footsteps went by them, and the ding of the elevator's opening resounded back into the storeroom. They waited for what felt like forever before Ivan stepped out. Let's try that room. He nodded toward the place the two men had come from. They seem to know your friend. Yes, and they seem to think very highly of him. Not. Guess he's not so popular after all. That charming gentleman act doesn't work on everyone. Those pricks? Not like you treat him any better. Okay, yeah, that's true. Of course I do. We're friends. You don't really act like it, Noah, and you know what they say, actions speak louder than words. Sure, not judging, just making an observation. Ivan held up the swipe card to the door and it instantly unlocked with a click. A few desks sat empty inside the room, all but abandoned for the night by their usual inhabitants. Noah quickly walked between the desks, looking for any sign that one of these laptops belonged to Kaine. The large window sat slightly ajar, enough so for a gentle breeze to roll through the room, cooling Noah's body. He again glanced toward Ivan, wondering if he didn't feel the cold. Noah paused. On a desk in the corner of the room, he noticed a cup. On it was written, "World's Okayest Chef," which he recognized instantly. I bought this for him back in high school. I didn't think he'd still have it. Yeah, well, he thinks very highly of you, bro. You just don't... Sentiment's not exactly returned, it seems. Bingo. Let's take a look at the computer. Noah sat down at the desk while Ivan stood behind him and leaned in close to peer at the screen. The screen lit up with a logo before it faded away to a login screen. The username Kaine782 was pre-filled, while the cursor blinked in the password field, waiting for an entry. Shit. You're telling me you came here not knowing his password? How was I meant to know I would need it? Noah, please. Noah! You came here specifically to look at the information. Why did you not think that you would need this? Can't you do something about it? Hack it or something? I don't know how to use a computer. See, this is just really, increasing my theory that Ivan is not from this world. What? Which part of my sentence confused you? Do you need me to repeat it slowly? You have a phone, you have a radio jammer, you're drawing the line at a computer. I stole the phone, I was given the radio jammer. No one gave me a laptop. Who gave you the radio jammer? That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I can't tell if you're good with technology or not. Ivan just shrugged. He obviously wasn't going to explain anytime soon. Fine. Let me think. What would it be? Noah tapped his finger against the desk absent-mindedly, thinking back to the days where he and Kaine were almost glued together at the hip. Maybe his favorite movie or song? Yet Noah's fingers didn't move across the keyboard. His mind was completely blank. You two are friends, right? I don't know. Fuck. I don't know. Stop thinking about it so hard. Just try whatever's in your head. Carefully, he made his first guess. Wrong. The second and third guesses came more quickly. All wrong. A pop-up came up on the screen. After 3 more attempts, the computer would be locked down. They're not going to ask me to guess, right? His fourth and fifth guesses, wasted. His heart beat loudly in his ears as he typed in his last guess. A last-ditch attempt at the friendship they once had. 130805. What is the relevance of those numbers? The lock screen faded away into the desktop. A notepad was open with what seemed like a shopping list, and a few tabs were still open in the browser. What was it? None of your business. Do you think it was Noah's birthday? I wonder if I could look up Noah's birthday. 1 second. Let me get Chrome open. In the visual novel Dreambound, introverted artist Noah celebrates his birthday on November 1st? And what was the number? Hang on, I'm just being nosy, I guess. Hello? There you go. 130805. Okay, so it's not Noah's birthday. I wonder what that number is. 130805. 13th of the 8th, 2005, maybe? Let me write that down, just in case it's important. I don't know why it would be, but you never know. 130805. We'll see if it comes up again at any time. Okay. Noah's eyes traveled over the screen. I don't think the shopping list is relevant in any way, so let's look at the web browser. Kaine had left open 3 tabs in his internet browser. At first, Noah didn't see anything of note, and considered closing out of them entirely before a sentence caught his eye. Plant Care 101 was open in 1 tab. Oh, excuse me. Is that because of Noah's plant? In another, How to Care for Others. Pain. Noah's eyes fell away from the screen as an inkling of guilt crawled over his skin. Strange hobbies. Again, you're one to talk. Noah's eyes traveled over the screen. Okay, I guess we're looking at the shopping list. Noah's eyes honed in on the shopping list. It looked reasonably simple. In order, Noah read the list. Mushrooms, fennel, feta, apples, sage, limes, radish. A strange combination of foods, but in a way it felt just like Kaine. He could always make something delicious out of anything. What is he planning to make with this? Sage. Limes. Radish. For some reason I always want to spell radish with 2 Ds. I don't know why. He's got weird taste. Okay, forget the other things. Let's see. Noah quickly scrolled through Kaine's bookmarks. Fortunately, they were all work-related, so the list wasn't too long. The National Register of Births and Deaths. That would be important, yeah. Just so you know, you're about to move from a misdemeanor to a felony. I don't care what happens to me. Okay, but think about this for a second. You're logged into Kaine's computer. It's gonna come up that he's looking this up. So is this gonna get Kaine in trouble? No need to worry. I'll still extend you my offer to abandon reality. But what about Kaine? He's innocent in all of this. Noah clicked on the link, which automatically logged him into a system as Kaine. Fuck, dude. I feel like this is going to have serious repercussions. A blank box waited for him to enter a name. Just in case. His words were quiet, whispered. Whether they were for Ivan or for himself, he didn't know. He quietly typed in the name Crow. Of course, as both of them had known and expected, no one popped up. Well, yeah, because it's just the first name. However, now Noah was left with only one option. That option was already chewing away at his mind and heart. To search for this person was to accept what he found. August Rivers. Oh, his last name's Rivers? Did I know that? I feel like I didn't know that. Wait. Did they tell us that when he moved there? They probably did. My memory's so bad. A few hits popped up, but Noah could easily tell which one was his August. the August he had known so well. His entry started with information he was already aware of: his name, birth date and place, blood type. Noah scrolled down further. Sorry, wait, is it normal to know your friends' blood types? I don't know any of my friends' blood types. I don't even know my own. Noah scrolled down further, searching through the information. Cause of death. Illness? What illness? Place of burial? N.A. Cremation status? N.A. Huh? That's so suspicious, what the hell? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, it gets more interesting still. He didn't die of... Seriously, couldn't it have waited until tomorrow? No, I need to forward that spreadsheet to the boss so he'll have my head on a plate tomorrow morning. Fuck. Ivan slammed down the lid of the laptop. Also, I just clocked that. Why are they using laptops and not PCs at a government building? You'd think they'd be using, like, Mac. What is that? What is that? They're just called Macs? The Apple PCs? I don't know. I don't have one. Anyway. My bad. Ivan slammed down the lid of the laptop and pulled Noah to his feet before he even had a chance to think. Outside, the two voices became closer and closer. Jump. What? I said jump. Jump? What? Jump and don't scream. Ivan held on tight to Noah's collar and pushed the large window open further, creating enough space for the man to dangle his legs over the edge. When he saw that Noah wasn't joining him, Ivan clicked his tongue and slipped over the edge with enough force to propel Noah from his spot safely on the ground. What the fuck are you doing? His words were lost to the loud rush of wind as he free fell from Kaine's office. He felt like screaming, but his voice wouldn't leave his throat. The ground was becoming closer and closer, and for the first time in years, Noah thought of a certain thing. I don't want to die. Not yet. He squeezed his eyes shut and covered his face with his arms. Hang on. I need to turn my PC volume down. That's so loud in my ears. Okay, that's better. Crow. Suddenly, the rushing feeling was replaced with another. The feeling of being pulled through reality to a different place entirely. Not exactly a pleasant feeling, but after plummeting several stories towards a concrete ground, it felt slightly more like home. The school? When he opened his eyes again, he felt the air leave his lungs in a way that falling from the 11th floor of a building could never feel. A place both dear and hated in his heart. A place he'd spent years of his life. The classroom was dark, and outside the night sky was full of stars he'd forgotten could exist. He took one careful step, as if testing if the world would disintegrate with his movements before taking any more. He approached the window with speed and peered out. The same mountains and the same sky looked back at him. It was a strange feeling. It filled him with a gentle nostalgia, a longing for a time that could never return. Behind him, suddenly the door began to rattle in a way it always had when someone was entering. He turned around slowly, his heart already in his throat. A boy with blonde hair and green eyes stood in the doorway, his hand still resting against the frame. Noah? No. August? What is August doing at the school at this time of night, dude? He blinked, looking at Noah as if he wasn't quite sure who he was looking at, before realization came over his face. Noah? He knew it was a dream. He knew this wasn't real. But what he knew didn't matter at that moment. This was someone he'd wanted, begged, pleaded to see for years and years and years. And there he was, as if he never went anywhere in the first place. This wasn't August, but right now, it was. The tears started slowly, but quickly became a current. August, still looking just as shocked as before, quickly stepped forward and wrapped his arms around Noah. You're Noah, right? His voice was exactly the same as it was back then. I missed you. I missed you so badly. There's no need to miss me, silly. I'm right here. I'm so sorry, August. I should have... It must have been something. Shh, it's okay. I don't know what's going on, but everything will be alright. Even if it's difficult, I believe in you. Have you gotten taller? You should have. You deserve to. Something's really been eating you up, huh? That's one way to put it. Well, I'm always here if you want to talk about it. I'm not going anywhere. Ooh. Wrong words, babes, wrong words. His words were like blades, piercing into Noah's heart. You're not always going to be here. I wish. I wish so much that were true. But if you don't want to talk about it, that's okay too. All I want is for you to be happy, Noah. You deserve that more than anything. I'm so afraid of losing you. Of losing me? I just told you I'm not going anywhere. He pouted, but gave up when a giggle came to surface. Even if I was suddenly gone, that's okay. Everything ends, Noah, some things sooner than others. That doesn't mean that experiencing them wasn't worth it. No matter whether I'm here or not, I hope you can look back at our time together with happiness. I'm not strong enough. You're plenty strong to me. Damn, this is emotional. Tell me you forgive me, please. It was a selfish request, but Noah didn't care. All he wanted was forgiveness. All he wanted was to lose the guilt that weighed so heavily on his heart. Please, then maybe I could... No, I'll always... August, come on, it's getting late. If we stay any longer, the janitor's gonna chase us out with a broom. What? Wait, he's here too? Why are they at the school? Kaine, give him a minute. God, oh fucking no, it's here too? Oh, this is awkward. The doorway, which was still left open by August, suddenly housed two other figures. They came to a stop, frozen at seeing the scene inside the room. Who? Oh, Kaine, Noah. This is an interesting situation we've all found ourselves in, huh? Noah stared back into his own younger face. I wonder what I look like to him. Sorry loser, washed-up artist, complete good for nothing. Noah took a step away from August and wiped his nose with his sleeve. He wanted nothing more than to be at August's side, to talk to him, whether he was real or not. But when he saw his younger self, when he saw Kaine, he realized that he didn't belong. The world around Kaine began to crack with him at the center. He's Noah, but you're also... Is this Kaine's dream? A deep rumbling came from the very earth as reality began to fracture. Noah reached out toward August, who suddenly seemed like he was getting further and further away by the second. August! Wait, August! I don't want to lose you again. Please, come with me. Quicker and quicker, the world disappeared into nothing. But he didn't care, not now. Before the classroom truly became lost to the void, Noah could have sworn that August was reaching out back toward him too. He felt himself falling. The ground that felt so sturdy a moment ago was now non-existent. Noah resigned himself to his fate. If I have to die, at least I got to see his face one more time. Noah, don't piss me off. Noah! Bro. Wait, where the hell are we now, dude? This is very bleak. The world around Noah began to shift from black to bleak, desolate white. His fall was stopped by two arms, who wrapped around him and held him to their chest. Noah, are you okay? Ro collapsed to the ground, still holding onto Noah as if for dear life, which wasn't completely false. Although he could tell he wasn't in the classroom anymore, Noah wasn't sure exactly where he was. His vision was still blurry from the tears that hadn't yet stopped. Everything looked so bright, so endless, so empty. What were you thinking? You'll get yourself killed if you pull a stunt like that. If I wasn't there, you... I know I told you to take it easy and enjoy yourself, but you need to be more careful than that. Ro's face, filled with panic, softened upon seeing the not at all silent tears that came from Noah. His arms, which held Noah in a vice-like grip, also relaxed and untensed. He pulled back gently. Tenderly, Ro stroked the hair out of Noah's face. August. It's okay. I'm here. Really? Are you really him? If that's what you want. That's what I want if it's true. Even truth can be subjective here, Noah. I'm whoever you need me to be. Ro sighed ever so quietly. What are you doing here? Noah wiped his eyes and took a deep breath. It's a long story. I have nothing but time. Do you have nothing but time? Where are we? I'll keep it short. I broke into a government building, then jumped out the window from the 11th floor, then ended up in that dream. Crow blinked in surprise. You what? I know, it's insane. I just wanted to find out if you're really August, if it's even possible. I just wanted to find out more about the deaths. Ah, so that's why. That's incredibly dangerous, Noah. I didn't know you were capable of such a thing. I'm almost impressed. Where are we, anyway? This is... I suppose you can think of it as the abyss between dreams. It's nowhere in particular. A place like this exists? Yes, but you shouldn't try to come here. It can be dangerous. What are you doing here? Waiting, I suppose. For? I'm still working that part out. Wait, so is it possible that he's actually Noah? I mean, my fucking god. Is it possible that he's actually August? But if this is in between dreams, then that means you're real? Crow's smile faltered for only a moment before he let out a small, quiet laugh. And whatever you want me to be. Noah! Fuck. August. Crow, don't piss me off. Stop being so cryptic. Crow lifted his hand and motioned for Noah to do the same. Their palms touched together softly. Does it feel warm? I guess so. Good. Then that's enough, isn't it? What a peculiar feeling within my chest. Crow pulled his hand back somewhat timidly. You really should be going. Like I said, don't try to come back here on your own. Wouldn't want you to be lost with the rest of the souls. What's that supposed to mean? Well, he didn't look like he wanted to tell Noah about it, but still he continued. Those that die in their dreams become stuck here, for what could be forever. They don't get the privilege of moving on. Wait, is that what happened? Is that what happened to August? That sounds awful. It is. That's why you shouldn't be here. But what about you? Isn't it dangerous for you too? Perhaps I'm already a soul lost in the sea. I'm not quite sure. But you needn't worry for me. I'll always be fine as long as you are. For some reason, Noah had the image of Crow sitting in this empty nothingness alone, forever waiting. He felt a tug on his heartstrings. I want you to help me. Pardon? I want to stop the murders. You want to stop them? Why? Maybe we're similar in that respect. I'm not quite sure either. All I know is that people from my past are winding up dead. People keep asking me, why do you care? Why do you want to help? How many times do I have to say I don't know? But I want to do it anyway. Do their deaths make you feel sad? Well, perhaps the answer to that is also, I don't know. Noah nodded in agreement. And for some reason, a smile like sunshine spread over Crow's face. You've grown up a lot, Noah. This is so suspicious, dude. May I ask you a question, Noah? Of course. Anything. Being here again is helping you to paint again, isn't it? How do you... Just an inkling. Compared to our first meeting, you seem... alive now. That's right. Since. I couldn't paint properly for years, but now, every time I come back here, I can. Crow nodded sagely. There's nothing wrong with having a selfish reason to do good. Then I will help you, however I can. Really? Of course. If I can be of use to you, then I'm happy. Then, if we use your protective charms, we could protect people ahead of time, right? That's correct. Alright. I need some time to think of people who might be targeted. Is there a way I could contact you to let you know? A phone number, an email, a place, anything. I want to see you in the real world. There's no need to worry. When you enter their dream, I will be there. How though? How do you know? Like what tells you? Suddenly, Crow looked back over his shoulder as if he could see something that Noah couldn't. It's past time for you to leave, Noah. Please believe me. I will be there when you need me. Wait a second. Noah grabbed at his satchel. Inside rested his old sketchbook and a pencil, waiting for him to retrieve them. I wanted to... Goodbye, Noah. Call for me, and I'll be by your side. Until next time. Oh, okay. Goodbye. That was a lot to take in. That was a lot of information. Okay. The world around Noah faded from view in an instant as he fell backwards into oblivion. He felt as if his insides were shifting with the fall, a feeling he was, somehow, becoming more comfortable with that day. He fell and fell until he didn't fall any longer. He hit the cement ground with a thud, painted canvases going flying in every direction. He let out a loud groan as his back creaked with pain. Fuck! But his temper didn't last. His eyes fell back to his canvas. Then his hands dug into his satchel and produced his worn sketchbook with ease. I can do it. This time I'm sure I can. His pencil moved blindingly fast as his mind raced as he sketched out the face that was burnt into his mind. Every stroke came with ease, and before long, he was looking at his masterpiece. Oh wow! That's really good, dude. August. August? No. This is Crow. The drawing made his heart leap, and yet when he looked at it, he didn't see August. He saw someone very different, yet somehow the same. Carefully, he placed the book down and stood, wobbling over toward his couch. All of a sudden, the weight of all that had happened so far hit him, and he collapsed on the couch. The TV was still on, just as Ivan had left it. Where'd he end up this time? Yeah, I was about to ask, where is Ivan? Where'd he end up this time? He's seriously insane. He jumped out of the window like it was nothing. Yeah, because he has no problem just, going in and out of dreams. On the TV, the morning news was already playing. Noah put his hand to his head, feeling the already throbbing headache becoming worse. No wonder I'm so tired. When was the last time I slept properly? When was the last time I could? That's a question I've had for a while. When he goes into dreams, does he rest in the real world? Because, when he comes back, he's done painting. So, if he's going into other people's dreams, does that mean he's not actually sleeping? That must be exhausting, dude. But there's no time. I need to work out a plan so I can see Crow again. Who's being targeted? My mother, my father, Mr. Floyd and Sebastian. Asher too. Who the fuck is Sebastian? Dude, who is that? Asher too. What about Kaine? Would he be targeted? He's pretty close to you. God, I'm too tired. Also, I feel like I've never heard of this Sebastian before, so why is he being targeted, dude? It just doesn't seem like they have to be that close to you. Moving on to other news, officials are baffled by this video that has gone viral on the internet overnight. Let's take a look. Will you just shut up? I'm trying to think. On the screen, a shaky phone camera recorded a tall building from afar. In it, two people could be seen falling from a window before disappearing. Oh, fuck. That's going to be difficult to explain. Police have cordoned off the area and are currently interviewing those that work in the building. No bodies have been found as of yet. If you have any information, you can call anonymously on... Noah quickly hit the power button on the remote and the screen faded to black. Ugh. As if shit couldn't get worse. Kaine's going to kill me. He's actually going to kill me. I should call him first. Before he had the chance to finish that thought, loud knocking came from Noah's front door. Or not? Noah, past exhausted, quickly opened the front door, but standing in his doorway was someone he hadn't expected to see. Not Kaine, or Ivan, not even Crow, as surprising as that would have been. Mr. Floyd? Damn, Mr. Floyd's tall. Noah. Instantly, he tried to slam the door shut, but not before the man could put his foot in the way. I have nothing to say to you. Please leave. Wait, please, just wait a second. Can we just talk for a minute? Noah, unsure, stared at him through the darkness. How did he find him? Something about the expression on his face gave Noah pause. Unsure, he opened the door and let the man in. He paused at seeing the mess before simply shaking his head, as though it really didn't matter. You've really grown up, haven't you? I mean, that's to be expected, I suppose, but... Sorry. I'm not very good at this. What are you doing here? What do you want? You weren't going to reply to my text. Nope. I didn't even use my phone to message you in the first place. So that's how it is. Noah's old teacher looked over his shoulder at the half-finished canvases strewn around the room. You kept painting? Occasionally. I heard about August back then. Can you just tell me why you're here? How did you find me? I tried to call the number you texted from, but got no response. Then I tried to look you up, but there's no mention of you anywhere. So? I managed to find your brother. He was still back living in your old place. He told me where you'd gone, generally, and I've just been asking around for you. Right. Still need to reply to his text too. Fine. That answers how you found me. But if you're here to apologize, don't waste your breath. I don't want your empty words. I dreamt about you the other night, weirdly enough. I swear, you looked like you do now, instead of how I last saw you. Noah crossed his arms, his mouth closed in a line. I'm not here to apologize, per se. I'm here to explain. Oh, we got to find out if my theory was correct. Continue. Noah stayed quiet. For some reason, those words meant more to him than an apology ever could. An explanation. That's all he wanted. Why? Why did he do what he did? Are you still in contact with your parents? Oh, they're, no longer with us. They're both dead. What? I'm sorry, what happened? Noah shrugged. Have you been watching the news? They got caught up in that. Oh god, Noah, I didn't realize. I'm not torn up about it, so there's no need for the show. Right, of course not. His old teacher took a deep breath. He mostly looked the same as he did the last time Noah saw him. Same kind eyes and wide shoulders. He had the look of someone you could trust. That was the problem, really. Everything that happened back then, between you and me, was a big misunderstanding. Both of us were used and turned against each other. You were paid by my mother to pretend to be close to me just so you could pass on everything I said to her. What part of my misunderstanding? That's not what happened at all. When you told me how you felt about August, I never intended to tell anyone. How could I? You trusted me enough to tell me, and I wasn't about to make your life difficult by telling anyone before you were ready. And with parents like yours, I thought it unsafe for them to find out too. Why should you be in trouble for something as simple as a crush? What? Then how did they find out? Telepathically? I don't know. When I left you that night, after our last tutoring session, your mother pulled me aside and slapped me across the face, harder than I'd ever been hit before, then fired me. What? Even now I don't know what happened, but somehow she heard everything you said. Whether your room was bugged, or she sat with a cup to the door every time we were together, I don't know. Oh my god. So she was eavesdropping somehow. Fuck. That sounds just like her. She threatened to report me to the school board if I spoke to you again. That's why I had to act like that. But that's where the explanation ends. Now I have to apologize, whether it means anything to you or not. I cared more about my career than about the safety of my student. You needed my support. I was a coward. I'm sorry, Noah. I can't ever be sorry enough. If he wasn't so exhausted, perhaps he would have cried again. Instead, all he could manage was a croak. Why didn't you just tell me back then? I'm sorry. There's no explanation for that. I was afraid and I failed you. Sorry. It's not your fault, I guess. Who am I meant to blame now? Oh shit, yeah. I mean, it is your mum's fault, but can't really... Well, I guess you can still be mad at the dead. The question was for no one in particular. In fact, it was only a few moments later he realized that he'd spoken it aloud. I left you alone with no one to support you. I wasn't strong enough. You can blame me all you want. Thanks, Mr. Floyd. I appreciate you telling me the truth. I'm sorry about August. I know he meant a lot to you. Absent-mindedly, Noah glanced toward the sketch he'd done of Crow. He was a wonderful kid. A wonderful kid who seemed to like you very much. Noah was silent in response. His answer was to accept that he was gone forever. Are you happy, Noah? That's a $1,000,000 question. I'm curious what would happen if I said yes. I feel like everything in the story has been leading me to believe that Noah is in fact not happy. But I'm curious what would happen if I said yes. Happy might be an overstatement, but I'm trying. I'm trying to find a new normal. Trying to get back some of what I lost. I'm trying to be around people. I'm proud of you, Noah. For what it's worth, which I'm sure is very little, you've come so far. It doesn't feel like that. It feels more like I've been stuck in the same place for years. You kept painting, though. You kept that special thing that your parents didn't want you to have. I hope you can find true happiness, Noah. I know it sounds somewhat like a platitude, but I do believe that sometimes bad things can lead to good things. Those are the things I hope come your way. Thanks, Mr. Floyd. I don't want to take up any more of your time, but please, Noah, message me anytime if you need any help. I promise I'll be there. Let me make up for my mistakes. I'll be around if you need me. His hand rested on the doorknob. Mr. Floyd, it was good to see you. He smiled, nodded, then turned. The door shut softly behind the man with a click. Who am I meant to blame now? What am I meant to do with all of this hate? What would you do, August? Noah laughed at himself, almost mockingly. He'd take it all in his stride, wouldn't he? At a time like this, he'd tell me to keep my chin up, right? Noah's eyelids began to dip. Everything that had happened that day was finally catching up with him. Couldn't even muster the energy to move from his couch to his bedroom. His eyelids finally closed as his back sunk into his warm couch. His springs dug into him, but he didn't seem to mind. Whoa, we're back in the school? I thought this was Kaine's dream. Noah? Noah, are you awake? Come on, it's time to go. Look how dark it's gotten outside already. Did I fall asleep? You were out cold. Noah looked around the room. Right. The classroom. Everything was as it should be. Where's Kaine? He's waiting outside. Noah's eyes trailed over the scene. Right. Everything's as it should be. I feel like I just had a really bad dream. You too? There was this other person here. Then he disappeared. Kaine told me I must have been imagining it though. I'm so confused. I could have sworn this was Kaine's dream. How are we back here again and continuing on from where it ended? This is very confusing. Oh. Right. Noah's eyes went back to the stars outside the window, and he remembered. Is something wrong? No. I'm happy to see you again, August. This reminds me of the first time when I saw your dream. What? You went into his dream? I wonder what that was like. I'm happy to see you too, but you can see me whenever you want, silly. I wish I could. August made a face to say he really didn't understand, but he was happy anyway. Pang went through Noah's chest, but this time he didn't feel so lost. A lot has happened recently. Oh? August pulled the chair up to Noah's desk with an interested look on his face. I've been seeing Kaine more. That's great. He's such a good friend to you. That makes me happy. And even Mr. Floyd came over to my house. Mr. Floyd? Really? Yeah, we worked things out. It was all a big misunderstanding. I didn't realize it at the time, but I do now. I'm so glad. You're working hard, Noah. And I met some new people, too. Will you tell me about them? It might be boring. I like listening to your voice. How long has it been since I last dreamt? Since I last dreamt of you? Am I selfish for leading you on to believe this is real? And am I delusional for enjoying it? This is nothing more than my dream. You're nothing more than my dream. Certain someone's words drifted into Noah's mind. What makes a real person? I don't know. I exist right now in this very second. That's enough. That's enough. This moment is enough. Someone moved in with me, I guess. Moved in with you? Since when? It just kind of happened, against my will. His name is Ivan. He's a little weird, has a habit for breaking and entering. He's also kind of a thief, but it's nice to have someone around again. Should we be calling the police? Noah just shook his head. It's okay. He's not so bad, actually. Might be a murderer, though, I don't know. You're just making me more worried now. I'm sorry. I met one other person, too. Hopefully they're a little more agreeable. He reminds me a lot of you. Of me? You must be wonderful, then. August laughed, obviously joking. Yeah, he is. You are. You seem happy, Noah. I'm glad. How could I not be when... Noah's eyes went to August. Or where he thought August should have been. He blinked. But in his place was another figure. Is something wrong? No, Noah shook his head and looked back. August still sat there with a worried look on his face. I thought I saw... It's just me. Right, it's you. Anyway, you know I love talking to you, Noah, but maybe we should walk and talk? Kaine's still waiting for us. Noah looked at August, studied his face, memorizing every detail. This was the August he knew, but it wasn't his August. This was nothing more than a dream, after all. You go on ahead, okay? Why? I can't follow where you're going, even if I want to. Okay, but remember you have my number, okay? All you have to do is call for me and I'll be here. You know that, right? Those familiar words echoed through the room, which seemed to expand and contract at a moment's notice. Everything around began fading to black as Noah's consciousness stirred. Call out and you'll be there? What about after I wake up? Will my words really bring you back to me? Is it that simple? Then I'll call your name. Or... Crow. In the center of that blackness, a single figure stood. I'm here. Everything will be okay. You really came. I said I would, didn't I? Hello. That was a little sooner than I expected, I have to admit. Crow giggled slightly, his face bright. Wordlessly, Noah reached forward and wrapped his arms around the blond man. He could feel the heat of a real person. Ah! Are you okay? Noah nodded as Crow wrapped his arms around Noah in return. I think it's time for you to wake up, Noah. You've been dreaming a lot lately. I must admit, I'm selfishly happy to see you so much, but I hope you're also taking time to rest. It's too hard. Waking up and struggling every single day, it's way too hard. Maybe it would be better to stay here. Drift away in the clouds, like you told me. I want to be better, but I also just want to just stop. You are stronger than that though, aren't you? Noah found himself nodding without even realizing it. Of course, I would be happy if... Never mind. Wait, don't do that. If what? It was a selfish request that I wouldn't impose upon you with. What's wrong with being selfish? I would be happy if you were to spend more time in dreams, that's all. But I would be happier still for you to go on living. You've still yet to paint your masterpiece, right? Right. And for now, struggle. Struggle until you're free. Go on. It's time to wake up now. Everything will be okay. Okay. I'll see you soon, alright? Always. And anytime. Another emotional scene, dude. 2 emotional scenes back to back. Bad dream. Oh, he's back. Ah! No need to yell. Where the hell did you come from? Noah sat up from his place on the couch, feeling the ache of his muscles. Loud cracks came from his shoulders as he stretched. Front door. He left it unlocked. Right, well. Glad to see you're okay. Since when did you care if I was okay or not? Fine, I don't care. What took you so long? There were some guard dogs and the police chase involved. Don't worry about it. What the fuck did you get up to, Ivan? I'm just not going to ask. At the very least, I hope you didn't lead anyone back here. Not to worry, not my first time. That's not very encouraging. That only makes me worry more. You get the information you needed? No, not really. Good. Glad we didn't just break into a government building and jump from the 11th floor for nothing. You're the one that forced me to do it, not the other way around. Sure. You hungry? Starving. Ivan pulled a variety of unhealthy-looking snacks out of his giant pockets. What the fuck, Ivan? Didn't come out empty-handed, at least. Whatever. Pass me that. Minutes passed by with nothing but the sound of the two eating the snacks. What's the time? Dunno, 4 p.m. I guess? Feel like I've forgotten to do something. Oh shit, Kaine. What's he got to do with anything? Fuck, everything's such a mess. You gonna explain or just keep talking to yourself? You and I were on the news this morning. Where can I pick up my royalty check then? You were caught on camera falling from Kaine's office. Police are everywhere looking for who did it. It's probably only a matter of time before they work out that we used Kaine's card. Fuck. Noah hopped up from his spot on the couch reluctantly and picked up his phone. Did my phone ring while I was asleep? Yeah. How many times? I don't know, maybe 7 or so? I wasn't keeping count. I'm seriously fucked. Why didn't you wake me? Actually, forget it. Hello? Fuck. Where the hell have you been? Kaine's voice was somewhere in between a scream and a whisper, as if he wasn't supposed to be on the phone right now. Sleeping. Look, I think I know what this is about. Oh, I'm sure you do. I seriously can't believe you right now. Are you at home? Yeah. Stay right there. I'm on the way. We're going to talk. Fine. The line went silent. Sounds like it went well. He's going to kill me. Really? I think he likes you too much for that. I'd be surprised if he didn't hate me at this point. Okay, we should probably leave it there. Let me save. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care of yourself, and as always, I will see you in the next one.